Welcome back to Alabama Pigskin 205. Wanted to do a little recap of Alabama's game versus Eastern Illinois on Saturday. Ty Simpson threw 11 for 16 for 140 yards. He did have 2 interceptions, so going back to the last game when we played Oklahoma, we had 3 turnovers, so still a little bit on the ball security issues. Didn't have no fumbles, but cannot keep throwing interceptions. Got to protect the ball. On a bigger note, though, I made a video earlier this week before we played Eastern Illinois, and I said that Alabama, this would be the game before we play Auburn, our last game of the regular season, and before we get into these playoffs, that we need to establish the run game. We have got to get a little bit better at that. We cannot be one-dimensional and expect to win a national title. We had Jam Miller. He had 11 carries for 62 yards and 1 touchdown. Charles Kellum, 14 carries for 25 yards. On the receiving, Jalen Mayback had 2 receptions for 39 yards, and Landers Green had 1 reception for 15 yards. Just want to look at some team stats here. Total yards, I think, is the most we've had all season. We had 539 total yards, which is awesome. 270 passing yards. And we finally broke 200 yards rushing on the ground. 269 yards to be exact. And that averages out to about 6.8 yards per carry. The only thing is in games like this, it's good to have a lot of backups come in and play. Especially when you get into the playoff seasons. You get any first string players get hurt. It's good to have some of your second string, third string players just have playing time and game time experience. That way, in a big time game, somebody like Jam Miller or Ty Simpson. Let's say Ty Simpson gets backup quarterback can come in and they'll have game time experience. They can play. So this is what these games are always good for. Alabama covered point spread. They were over 56.5. They scored 56 points, so they pretty much covered on Vegas's point spread. Wasn't a whole lot of money to be betted on, especially on Alabama's side to win. Could have won some money if you'd bet on Eastern Illinois and they'd won the game, but obviously that was not going to happen. It was pretty much a 99% chance that Alabama was going to win this game. Also, for a little game history, this was the first time Alabama played Eastern Illinois. First time in history, so good game for Alabama, not a good game for Eastern Illinois. So that's the way it goes. We actually pay these teams, teams like this to play Alabama. I think they had a contract signed where the University of Alabama actually paid them a little more than $500,000 for this game. So that's that. Anyway, so let's get back to so on third down we were 8 for 11 on efficiency. Fourth down 1 for 2. 79 total plays. No sacks allowed, which is good. That means the offensive line did a better job this week. Obviously against a lesser opponent. But nevertheless, against Ty Simpson, which this week was more about the run game. Now that's what needs to happen when we're playing Auburn, the Iron Bowl, and some of these playoff games. Yeah, we need to have 0 sacks then, and allow Ty Simpson time to throw the ball. He can check his receivers down, go through his progressions, and make good decisions and quit throwing interceptions. So it would be helpful. Anyway, no fumbles. Like I said, 2 interceptions thrown, which Ty Simpson threw. Got to continue working on ball security. And then time of possession, Alabama controlled the game 38 minutes and 9 seconds to their 21 minutes and 51 seconds. Most times when you control the time on the game, most times you win. When we played Oklahoma last week, that was not the case because of turnovers. We won the time management battle, but we did not win the turnover battle, and ultimately gave Alabama their second loss on the season. Yep, and also they pitched a shutout, which I predicted earlier this week before they played. I said that it was going to be a shutout, and so I was correct on that. I did say that they would score 49 points, so it wasn't too far from that. That was my score prediction. Other than that, outside of that, overall was a good team effort. We did get some practice running the ball, so hopefully that's going to help. I do hate how much they spread the ball out, though. I would have liked to have seen Jam Miller and maybe I can't think of the guy's name, or second string running back. Wish I would have just saw mostly them two running the ball the whole entire game, because they really need to get as much game experience as they can. You know, it's like practicing for anything. The more you practice, the better you get. The more in-game experience you have, the better off you're going to be. If you're just getting thrown in there every once in a while, you know, you're just going through the motions, and you're probably just not going to do very well. Anyway, which has pretty much been the case all year long. I think we have good running backs, and I believe, but they're, hung up on throwing the ball. We're in the SEC. We're not at Washington anymore. We ain't out west or wherever. So, we play smash mouth football in the SEC, so they need to, learn that they're going to have to run the ball if they want to have success in the SEC and win championships. It's pretty much what that boils down to. Anyway, just wanted to make this little recap. I will Tuesday we'll have a video coming out to see where Alabama stacks up in this new rankings. I don't think the rankings are going to change very much because everybody pretty much took care of business. So I think at least 1 through 10 is going to stay the same. I didn't watch every game, so we'll see how the rest of it shakes out. Other than that, I also will, have a video coming up before the Iron Bowl. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, subscribe, smash that notification bell. Let's get as many likes on this video as we can. Share this video to all your friends. Also, wanted to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, and I'll see you in the next video.